can do this without spilling my coffee today. Can you hear my neighbors singing? That brings me so much joy. I love that. Oh, I love you too, but there's a off-screen puppy. It's fun for this one. Just have to let this burn for longer than I want to. So beautiful. It really does look like the deck's on fire though. That's okay. Okay. I'm going to leave off with the last page I was coloring with you guys on Saturday. Oh, hey, Andy. Hello, hello, how are you? Ah, here we are. It's actually very professional of me to actually know what page I'm doing from the jump instead of staring at this book for 10 minutes deciding. Because I'm finishing the page from last time. You know what? I need to grab a clip real quick. I'll be right back. No one go anywhere. I'll be right back. Are you enjoying the music? Can you hear my neighbors? Look at the world's tiniest spider clip. Is that not the cutest thing ever? It's the little things, figuratively and literally, that bring you joy, right? You've watched all of UAP Gerb now? Andy, that's incredible. I saw something yesterday about water on the moon. I think it had to do with, what was it? It was like solar wind meeting lunar dust created water molecules. And if that's the case, could like change everything in terms of like using the moon as a water source. Not to replenish Earth, but in terms of like in space, it costs so much money and takes so much effort to get water or liquid period to space that like if they could find a way to make water on the moon, it's crazy to think about. That was like the most recent UAP thing I saw. I want to go back and see Gerb. Okay, this is where we left off, just so everyone remembers. So this one's not going to take me very long today. I just got to do the ladies in the frames and homie's outfit and the candle. But that's okay. Oh, and all the shadows and stuff. I gotta get a white pen for the highlights, but we'll get there eventually. Yeah, okay. So they do think there's some water there. Apparently this is recent, this information. Um, but I could be mistaken. I was really surprised, and I feel like I saw some Christina Gomez stuff, and I don't even remember what the topic is. Three Eye Atlas seems to be doing more weird shit, right? It seems like everyone's saying that's just getting weirder. I haven't, I feel like it had something to do with the entrails from it preceding it instead of proceeding it, right? Coming from the front instead of the back, which is obviously abnormal. Am I wrong? Or there was also something about the amount of light it was emitting is more than a comet would. I just seem to be getting stranger and stranger. And it is really interesting. Oh, I guess we're sending, I don't know what they call them. I think we're sending some things to go try and drive by Three Eye Atlas. Get a better look at it. It's very interesting. Oh, that's not stable. Scroll, please. There we go. Yeah, seeing that it's not a typical comet and not knowing, yeah, I guess just the fact that the information's getting stranger and stranger is very interesting. Okay, let's see. What color do I make the ladies? How was everyone's weekend? Anything extraordinary for anybody? I know I saw some of you guys on Saturday, but... Ooh, okay. Color chose. Yeah, it could be something disguised as a comet, right? And I think that that was kind of some of the thoughts around Oumuamua too, right? Because didn't Oumuamua speed up as it left? And that makes everyone kind of wonder if, yeah, if it was just pretending to be a comet. Hey, Bobby Bear. Love you. You can stay there. No, you're okay. Don't want to get up. I feel like I had another topic I wanted to bring up today, and I'm spacing on it right now. I saw AJ from the Y-Files on some other show as a guest. That's going to be annoying for a minute when it gets here. But I saw AJ as a guest on some other show. I don't know what it was, and I didn't see the show in its entirety. I came across, the algorithm gave me like these shortened 10-minute clips from this interview, but they were talking about the moon landing. Or not the moon landing. AJ wasn't saying that he thought the moon landing was fake necessarily. Maybe he kind of was. But was talking about how we lost the footage of the moon landing, how we lost the instructions of how to do that, all of those kinds of things again, and it was just really interesting to see come up again. Yeah, Oumuamua disappeared suddenly. I will say, my entire life, even as a little kid, I remember always just wanting to know if UFOs were real. And like just hoping that by the time I die, it is a verifiable fact, whether or not they are. It never once occurred to me that they would show up disguised as comets. Not that they are, but that they could be, right? It just never occurred to me that they would like show up in camo. It wasn't one of the options my little brain thought of. same with like Andy, I know we talked about it before, but the possibility of UAP crashing on purpose on Earth, almost to like gift us some of the tech. Now, obviously, this is like, we're just speculating what ifs. Please don't, you know. But again, wasn't something that I thought of previously as like a, oh yeah, that makes sense. They might do that. Oh, the birds sound so beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I love talking about the moon because I think the moon is weird and I think it's fun that it's weird. Stay up here, bud. I just wasn't expecting it to like come across it in the zeitgeist again and then have that. I mean, maybe they were talking about it because of the water discovery with the moon. I mean, I guess that would make sense. Hold on, I can't. My brain's not gonna work. I'm gonna forget the color I want. Okay. We were thinking they're tracking the parts in our bases. Oumuamua and 3I, like you think they're coming by to look at the bases and our nuclear weapons, making sure we don't blow ourselves up or anyone else? Is that what you're saying? Because I could see that. Especially with all the nuclear, or whatever, that word. With all the stuff around the nuclear weapons and them shutting things down all the time. Makes sense to me. The more we learn, I start to wonder, I don't remember what they call the theory, but the theory that like we're like the lowest in the totem pole, not the prison planet theory, but kind of, could be true. Like that we are the uncivilized beasts, which is so ironic, especially as an American. So ironic. But I believe it. Yeah, exactly, Andy. Hi, HB. Good morning, friend. How are you? Actually, real quick, while I have both of you, my caterpillars. Before I went to Philadelphia, we had 8 caterpillars. And when I came home, we had no caterpillars. And I was so sad, and I was afraid that the birds got them. Then we had more. All of a sudden, we had 7 caterpillars. And then we blinked and we had 4. And so I thought they were getting picked over by the birds again. And so I wanted to go get a butterfly net and to protect them and to do the plant mom or the butterfly mom thing, whatever. I wanted to do that, but I started doing research and learned that they will wander off to make their, like that they're not going to cocoon there or make their chrysalis, or however you say it. They weren't going to do it in my paisley or parsley plant. Hey, bud. They were going to wander off and do it somewhere like under the deck and stuff. So basically figured out that I need to leave them alone and stop mothering them and stop henning over them. But they're awesome and they're so good and big, and they've eaten all of the parsley. And I wanted to go buy them more because I was worried that they were out. But again, with research was like, no, they're gonna eat the whole thing, and then they're gigantic, they're ready to go, like they're done eating. So I didn't get them any more parsley. But they make me so happy. And I guess they're gonna be blue and black butterflies, I think, and pretty big. I'm excited to I know. Hi, buddy. What's up, dog? Say hi. But yeah, that was a long way of saying the internet told me to stop interfering. Ooh, okay. I know what's happening here. Where are you going? I need my hands. Yes. Andy, do you think they're spying on us because they want to see, like, why do you think they're spying on us? I do wonder if it's like waiting to intervene or see if we need rescued from self-destruction. Yeah, it's also interesting. I did have to start in one of my new coloring books the other day, or over the weekend, because I brought them to my girlfriend's house and we had a coloring party. So we had to break out the new ones. But needless to say, I have spread my addiction into the friend group. HB, did you see Siwa Tivo's video a couple days ago about the telepathy tapes when we were talking of, like, Andy and I were kind of talking about the doctor and the clip at the end of that video that's talking about, like, consciousness and telepathy and all of that? I'm wondering if you went and saw the clip by chance, because I think it's really interesting. I actually kind of want to go back and research that doctor, like, I don't know if he's a doctor, but that scientist that went missing. I want to go back and see more of what he has to say. Oh, also, I will probably not be on this Wednesday. I have a photo shoot. So, I don't know when that does mean I'll be on, but I may try tomorrow to make up for Wednesday because I also shoot Thursday. Even if I have last time I had a shoot day, I had a late start and I honestly could have gotten on live, but I don't get stressed out about shoots, but I definitely don't want to, like, get distracted in the morning. It's one of those things that I have to be, like, on more than normal. Man, it's a little chilly out. peaceful this morning. I love it. I think this is when it would be nice to have dual POVs so that when everyone's just listening to the birds instead, you guys can watch and see what I'm doing. No, Andy, I've never even heard that name. I've got to prioritize that the documentary about Majestic like soon. Actually, you know what? I bet I can do it today. I bet I can do it today. When I'm done doing her face, I'm gonna go write that down. Yes, HB, those kinds of butterflies, that's it. Okay, so Forrestal, is that how you say it? Forrestal? Okay, so he was the Secretary of Defense, and he was one of the Majestic 12. So he's just another one of those guys that fell out of a window? I know the one that was, I thought it was MK Ultra associated, but it might have been remote viewing. The other guy that was given LSD and then fell out of a window. Wow. When did this happen? Or Andy, is it coming up in recent news for any reason, or are you bringing it up just for the sake of the conversation? No wrong answer. I'm just curious if something new has happened. That's fascinating. Does Gerb have a video on it? Or do you have a resource to check out? Because that's really interesting. I know what to. Okay, so HB, you did see the CO2 pod. Yeah, when did this happen? It is crazy to think that, like, all the shit we saw in movies is just really happening. 1949. Okay. I want to go back and keep going on Gerb. I've listened to a few more, but I'm still probably only like 10 or 12 videos in, and I'm starting from the back. So I got a ways to go. I'm pretty sure he's got like 50 or 60 videos in total now. Yeah, this would be so nice to have a POV, I think. Hey, Roman, Breakfast Club, I love it. We're talking about the Majestic 12. How are you, Roman? Okay. Ah. I know what I'm doing. Oh, you can see just his butt. Gerb is great. I really like his stuff a lot. Yeah, have you watched any of them yet, HB? I've watched a bunch. Isn't that crazy, Roman? I've seen that stuff before. It's wild that exists. It's wild in so many ways. For me, it's the remoteness that's so hard. You know, sorry, you're shaking. Stop it. Yeah, that's just nuts. To realize that you could be paid to go live in these beautiful places. Yeah, it's the remoteness that I mean, I'm a city girl. It'd be really hard for me. I don't think so, HB. I don't think they have. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Like the remoteness, I couldn't do it. It would be beautiful, I know, but I would probably go a little nuts. And that's so sad. Like, it's sad that like that I couldn't. I'm sure tons of people would be very happy there. And I guess it's not that I couldn't, but I don't know if I could. Apparently, I'm crazy for my organizational system of my markers, according to my friends. And they put them back in the box all haphazardly. And I'm still trying to put them back in the right order because I can't find the markers I'm looking for. It was deemed necessary? Necessary? So are they admitting to murder? Who said that? I mean, obviously that's the official statement, right? But like from which entity? Which 3 letters? Oh God, Roman, that would actually be the death of me. I would go nuts. Hey, Gothard, good morning. Love you, bear. Do you need more food? You need more food? Hold on. It is a mighty bag of pens. That's why organization is important. Because I can't find shit if they're not at least in the right section. But my friends thought I was insane and proceeded to make a very funny video. From an MJ12 document? Sans? The MK Ultra thing was a different guy that I think fell out of a window. Where is this marker? Like, girl, what did she do with it? Hold on a second, bub. I have got to solve the mystery of where this fucking marker went. Yeah, okay, so MG12 was first, Ultra was later. Okay. Monty, hold on. I'm on a mission. And you have a non-emergency. Cool, my neighbors are arguing. Try to tune that one out. Okay, for real, if that marker didn't make it back in this bag, where is it? Yeah, exactly, HB. The MK Ultra one also, I think, had LSD in his system that I'm pretty sure, I don't know why we believe that it was involuntarily consumed, but everyone thinks that it was forced onto him. Where's this marker? Okay, I am looking for BG03. That's blue-gray. These are the blues. $80, $90, $200? What does that mean? I just don't know what that is. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go get this dog food real fast. Yeah, you heard me. And I need a little more coffee. Please don't go anywhere. Also, I'll show you an updated picture. It's almost done. Are you saying 80s, 90s, 2000s? Is that what you're saying? Also today, I am using a vintage Campbell's soup cup that I think is older than I am. Just to share. There was something else I was going to say. What doesn't expire? Oh, the NDAs. Ugh, what a statement. That's a good one though. Also, he didn't need food, but I did need coffee, so it worked out. I don't know where that marker is. My, it's a lot of sirens. Okay, so I have to pivot with this color situation. Because it evaporated, so there's that. Hey AJ, morning after 3-day. My socks and sandals, it's actually chilly. And these are like, I wear Burks' house slippers. You feel like an interdimensional alien dressed, like what, experiencing life on Earth for the first time? I saw that one, HB, it's been a while. Hey Al. Also, hi AJ, how are you? Yeah, HB, I have seen that, and honestly, I kind of want to rewatch it because it's been a while. That one came after Unacknowledged, right? I'm doing well. Oh, I love Art Bell. I miss Art Bell. HB, okay, so yeah, I saw something else about, even more stuff about consciousness lately, and I was thinking about it before bed last night, and was like, man, oh, that's what it was. It wasn't Avi Loeb. Oh, his name is escaping me, but one of these people in the UAP world, I saw a video with them talking about the importance of consciousness in, not telepathy actually, it had to do with UAP stuff. Maybe I guess in communication. And it just had me thinking more and more about being like, man, I really think a conscious evolution is going to be very powerful in the future for each of us that are able to level that up, if that makes sense. It's part of the reason why I think, oh my God, the siren, is it next door? Is everyone okay? I think it's part of the reason why I can't stop thinking about meditation and just feeling like, girl, you need to go meditate because shit's happening, and strength in consciousness and access to consciousness, I think, is going to be vital in all of it. I don't know. It's just very much, and then especially with the stuff that came out, or didn't come out, but like the video from Kai at the airport, it just seems like everything is so big and it all ties back to consciousness in some way. I don't know. Oh, also, what's going on? What is the Tridactyls thing, the Jesse Michaels? I haven't seen it. What is that? Does anybody know what that is? And also, what do we think about the Boogosphere? Because that one is still hard for me to believe. I don't know if it might have been a fire truck or an ambulance. I live near a hospital, so it's usually an ambulance. Ship linked via consciousness. Hey, Master Blaster. I know, right? Someone thinks it's me causing the fire. Also, the mycelium network and the idea that like fungus is just entirely wrapped around the earth and connected is incredible and fascinating. I would love to dive into that more someday. Yeah. And talking about what spores can do. I'm pretty sure there were some kids that were figuring out some sort of fungal situation that could eat some of the like plastic waste and shit. I'll have to look this stuff up because I would love to. Like, the mycelium network is incredible, let alone what it does for humans that consume it, but just the fact that there's like an entire layer of earth made of it, the fact that, yeah, it can be served as medicine, it could be helpful in terms of pollutants, it's so fascinating. Yeah, a little cooler out right now. That's interesting, Gothric. How far did you get? Anything substantial come of it? I don't know. I just feel like conscious. Oh, guess what? Actually, speaking of, this is relative. I haven't watched it yet, but it's in my watch later. A video popped up in my feed from Rupert Sheldrake talking about potential plant communication or plant consciousness. And obviously we know plants communicate, but whatever. It got me thinking, and I totally forgot that my brother-in-law has a plant wave, one of those devices that you can connect to plants and essentially hear them. I have to learn more about it so I can properly explain it, but in a way I guess it converts electricity produced by the plants into this little machine that forms the sound based on that. But my partner was hooking it up and started playing with it last night. I'm going to end up doing some research about it, and eventually I want to make a video, and I can go around and do different plants, and we can see how they compare to each other, see if there's reactions when I interact with them, touch them, leave the room and come back, because you hear about all of these amazing things. So I'm really excited to do that at some point. So that's coming in the future. Just FYI. Oh, that's cool, Gothric. $5 trillion funding. Hi, Jimmy. Good morning, friend. In your place, it's raining all day, AJ? Okay. I don't know how that works, but all right. Yeah, essentially, like, I don't know if Sheldrake's thing was about plant telepathy, but it was really fascinating. Just not, it wasn't, I haven't even listened to it yet. I don't know what I'm saying. It's not that it was really fascinating. It sounds really fascinating, and I'm really excited to go back and listen to it and see what's up. But yeah, those plant wave devices, I don't know if have you guys all seen that, what I'm talking about? It's so cool. All right. I gotta do the ladies' hair, and I feel like I need to bring the green back in somewhere, but maybe I don't. Do I? No, that's gonna be weird. I don't think I do. I think the girls have blue hair. Wish I could find that blue marker. Universal gardener. That's so interesting. Kind of like Thanos in a degree. I mean, to be fair, they are rather agreeable, but how interesting. All right, let's see. color the base of their hair and then go in with darker colors. Also, I really want to watch Majestic 12 today. I was thinking about it when I was getting more coffee. I really want to try and watch that documentary today. I feel like with some of the stuff I have going on, I'll be able to do that. That's the thought, at least. Listen to those beautiful birds. I wish I could identify what all the birds were. That's another thing. I don't know if there's an app for that, but I think that would be the coolest thing in the world. If like a little thing popped up on the screen and told you what bird you were hearing. I know there are apps that you can use for bird identification. I have one, I can't remember what university it's associated with, but it's really great. But I can't like tie it into the live. Oh, but the sun looks really pretty right now. Oh, as you say it, yeah, exactly. I know there's an app for it, but I don't think I can tie it into the live. I just love nature so much. I feel so like hippie and dippy and silly saying that, but that's why I love doing this, because I love just sitting outside in the sun and listening to the birds and shooting the shit with you guys. Actually really cute. Calming effect on the brain. That's what I want to be for you guys. I want to have a calming effect for everyone. Very peaceful start. It's funny, like my viewership has been dropping quite a bit on the lives versus like right before. I cut back a little bit, but I think that it's really just allowing time for the right audience to find this little group in corner of the world, because I know it's not for everybody. For a lot of people, they want a lot more entertainment than I'm offering sitting here. But this really did start because I wanted to sit here and let everyone listen to the sounds of the city, and I find that sometimes I feel like I need to be filling the silence for everyone, or like maybe people will get bored or they won't want to be here, and then I have to remind myself that the whole reason I did this is because I wanted to share the sounds of the city, and that I want it to be okay if I want to be quiet for a minute, or if the chat's not chatting, and just not get in my own head too much. Getting somewhere. I just basically need to come in and do some shading, and this one's done. What kind of birds? I think I'm the only bird running around in there. I would love to have a bird. I did have a sparrow once make it all the way to the lounge. where I have so I have a million plants, obviously. In the house is the same way, but in the lounge, I have a gigantic, like 7 foot tall palm tree. Not like a typical palm tree, but like a bit like, I'll have to show you guys sometime. It's huge, but it's fake. And it's like in the corner nestled with a whole bunch of real plants. But a friend of mine gave it to me and it looks like a piece of jungle art and I had to have it. But the sparrow meandered in there and then made itself comfortable in the fake tree. And it took me forever to get that little guy out of here. But that's about the only bird that roams my house. As for outside, which is probably what you were intending, I think pigeons get a bad rap. I think they get a bad rap. I think they're undervalued. Not that you're giving them a bad rap, but in general. But we have a lot of sparrows. We have a lot of starlings. We have seagulls, which I actually like the seagulls. Geese. Crow. What else do we have? I've seen a scarlet tanager. Actually, one grazed at the top of my head one day, and those are supposedly kind of rare around here. You see cardinals. No, see, Al, I disagree. I learned, well, maybe they are, but I don't remember how I learned this, but I was learning about basically once the telephone and the telegraph were invented, it was a sign of money, right? It cost money to be able to have a telephone. It cost money to be able to send a telegram. And prior to that, we were sending messaging pigeons. And so like anything, it became a class thing. And it was like, oh, well, the posh use phones. They don't use pigeons anymore. Pigeons are for the poor. Pigeons are for the dirty. And that maintained for a long time. And it just continued to be that thing where pigeons just had this rap, where in the years before, there are actually multiple pigeons that have won medals of honor from the government from war. There was one pigeon that got its eye shot out and a leg blasted off and still flew through the war to deliver a message to this like troops that needed to know about this thing. All of that made me really be like, man, I think we're just mean to the pigeons. I think it's pigeon racism. I think that they got a bad rap because people were trying to be like, no, we're going to move on to telephones and electricity and these things, and anybody that uses pigeons is poor and dirty. And I'm sure they probably are dirty, considering they are city birds and all of that kind of stuff. But I refuse to hate on pigeons now, after learning all of that. But that's just me. The parrot in Telepathy Tapes is Nikisi, and his owner is, her name's Amy, Amy something, but it's, I think, Aimee. But Nikisi is still alive, and they live in New York, and I really wish that they would do more experiments with Nikisi, because I thought that the work that Sheldrake did with him was fascinating. I agree, Gothic. I just was so sad when I learned about the pigeon's like backstory, and I was like, oh my gosh, that actually makes a lot of sense that like we would treat it, and I say we as in humanity, I would obviously never intend to treat anything like that, but that is how that rap came to be, when in fact, like prior to that, pigeons were like a huge ally, and at one point pigeons were a sign of wealth because not everyone could afford to keep them, and like keep them as in like create a habitat, feed them, all of those things. So then it was like a big deal if you had access to honing pigeons that could deliver messages, and like then all of a sudden it went from like, oh look at you, you get to have all these pigeons, to like, oh my god, you have pigeons, like stop. And it's just, this is why the aliens are watching us, because we can't get it together. Like we can't just be cool. We always have to be competitive and be fucking assholes about everything. Yeah, the pigeon messengers during World War II, that's when the pigeons were getting medals of honor. I was blown away learning that. I really thought that was very cool. Okay, I'm trying to find this marker. Hello? I'm gonna Me and my girl are gonna have some words if all my markers are missing because of her. I know they're not. I know they're not. I was there when we were putting them away. Where did it go? Am I nuts? There it is. Okay. Thanks, HB. I felt so bad when when I learned that. So now I refuse to. I stop the pigeon slander when I hear it. Become a protector of the pigeons. It's just silly, but it's just wild to me to be like, so, I mean, yes, are they actually dirtier than other birds? I don't know, maybe, but it's just, it's wild to think of like how that reputation came to be. This is why I love learning shit. It's just so nice to know all of this information, or to like learn new facts, and I don't know. Very loud. Yeah, I brought him over so I could share the wealth, and I wanted to. One of my girlfriends wanted to try them, so I was like, okay, I'll bring them over. And then she proceeded to roast me for the next hour about what a nerd I am. But that's what friends are for. If you live near a tree, forget your cat is gonna be free of pigeon stuff. Really? But that's like not the pigeon's fault, is it? I mean, maybe it is. Oh, shoot. Glad I stopped myself. That's not what I want to do. I can do that over here. I feel like that's not the pigeon's fault. Maybe. I think this is why birds might be my spirit animal. Whether or not I want them to be. Darker than I wanted to. What did you say, Al, that you took back? Oh, did you ask about the incense? Just incense. Or was that just HB saying that? almost done with the color, and then I will, what am I looking for? Then I'll do the shading. See, I don't really, oh hey Trey, I don't really feed any pigeons that I can think of. I do feed the crow when I can. If the starlings wouldn't decimate my garden, I would love to feed them, but I currently have to do everything I can just to keep them from eating everything I have. Oh, here comes the dog. Hi, bud. Okay. And well, how are you? Oh, no, that's fine. I'm just curious. I always wonder if you say something that you're like taking back at the last second. You're like, never mind. I don't know what bird that is. Okay, I think it's finally time for shading. Oh, that's right. You're getting close. Do you have everything ready now? Oh, I get it, Al. Okay. I mean, I don't because I'm not bilingual, and I think that's amazing that you are. I wish I was. I could put more effort into it. I know a little bit of a little bit, but I think it's wonderful. Is that too dark for the shadow? That didn't seem necessary. Okay. All right, shadow time. Spanish is your first? That's amazing. Do you speak other languages outside of Spanish and English? That's so cool, Trey. I'm so glad your sister gets involved and helps. That's amazing. What is falling? I think shading might be my favorite part because it really like brings some dimension here. Italian and French. Yeah, I would love to learn French. I don't know any Italian or French. Yeah, I'm excited you've got all those cons, Trey. That's amazing. Very calm this morning, huh? I really do get torn between filling the silence and not. Are you talking to me, HB, or are you talking to Trey? You mean on this, like this frame? I did try to get a little bit closer. Just a bit. I think that people would probably appreciate that at least. I really do want to figure out the second POV thing because hopefully that's one of those things where if things are quiet, there's still something of interest. I'm just so torn because I don't want to feel like I'm performing or just like filling the air to fill it. I want to be natural, but I also like don't want you guys to be bored. And I think about like, you know, having prepared topics or whatnot, but not everybody, like the few times that I've done that, usually people don't, you know, the conversation shifts because people are interested in talking about something else. So I've been just letting things go with the flow. Or leaning into the UAP of it all, I guess. That looks so good. Oh, thanks, HB. Talk about my family tree. That's actually hard for me. Like many people, oh, that's loud. Like many people, I don't have all the information on my family. My mother, her family came from Mexico, but we're all French, turns out, because I did a DNA thing. So that was interesting for everyone to figure out. But my mother's family came from Mexico, but her mother passed away when she was only 7, and then my mother was a runaway. And so that's kind of where the family lineage ends there. And she was so young that she doesn't actually remember much of anything, because again, she was like 6 or 7 years old. So that's where that family tree ends. And my father's side, which is the cult side, which is always funny to say. My dad and I may eventually take a DNA test just to firm up some things, because we're not 100% certain on that either. But from my DNA stuff, I'm French, German, Portuguese, Spanish. I did find family in Spain. I don't remember what else. Yeah, sub to Siwativo. He's great. I love it. Yeah, exactly, HB. We're all so mixed at this point. Some more than others. I was gonna say, Trey, yeah, is there anything else that you still have to get? Or build or create? Where am I at with these shadows? I thought this shadow was gonna dry darker than it is. May have to eventually go in again with a darker color. Bat wings, wow. What are you gonna do with that, Jimmy? HB, I don't think anybody is. He's cute. I wish the shadows were coming in a little bit better, but that's okay. Grandpa sounded like he made that. Oh, your grandpa had 5 wives and 20 children. Wow. Mudbloods. Yeah, your grandpa sounds like he liked the ladies. That's okay. My grandmother was married 5 times, and my father is on his 4th marriage. My dad is on his 5th marriage, and my mom is on her 4th marriage. And I'm still on my 1st. Oh my god. Fuck, I hate cicadas. Only because they're loud and they scare me. Oh, where are you? Can you be somewhere else? Oh, there's a little sparrow right there. Maybe that's what it is. Are you gonna eat him? Can you eat him? You're tiny. I don't think sparrows eat cicadas. That scared the crap out of me. Oh, God. You're the 6 of 8? Oh my God, okay. Oh, Oh, I see it. Oh yeah, okay, the sparrow is getting it. National Geographic over here. Hold on, I'm gonna get my coffee. Oh, will you please eat it and get out of here? Thank you. Ooh. Okay, is he gone? I think the bird got him. I really didn't think that they ate that. That sparrow was tiny. Hi, buddy. Oh, you're still there? Cool, you're welcome. You want to be my cicada warrior? You can stay here as long as you want. Keep those things away. They're so loud. They scare me every time. This is done. Cute, huh? So, a little better look. I don't really like her hair, but whatever. You can't win them all. It's kind of cute, but yeah, tried to add shading like under the stairs, and obviously there's the highlight, but not bad. Thank you. I don't know. I think I've only got like one page left in this book. Yeah, look what I caught, Mom. By all means, baby bird, you and I, we're good. You can stay. He's still sitting over there. He's like this big. It's not a big bird. Can you even see him? It's like not very big. I think he's a sparrow. Oh, really, Al? I don't have that inner feeling of, like, I don't feel the need to expand my family heritage. And that might sound messed up. It's not that there's anything wrong with it, but I don't feel the need, like, I don't feel like we're so great that we need to keep expanding. Like my family, like, that, like, there needs to be more of us, like, or that there's like a lineage or a thing to be like, oh yeah, like we don't have that in my family. I think it was just the way I was raised. Thanks, Jimmy. I don't know what was exceptional, if it was the drawing or the bird interaction, but I just, for whatever reason, I haven't had that feeling of like needing to expand my family heritage. Same with like people asking about like your legacy. Like I've never had that inner desire. Like it's just not in me naturally to like feel like, oh, I want to, like, what's my legacy? Like I don't think of that. I guess I don't think that I need to have one. I don't feel like, I'm like, it's okay. I can just be forgotten, and that's okay. Because like the life is going on. Like people shouldn't be, in my world, I don't want them tied up focusing on me after I'm gone and my legacy and all of that. I like, focus on you, live your life, enjoy your time, do your thing, have your own adventure. I did my time. I had my life, I had fun, but like I don't feel like I have to leave a legacy. Yeah, I think that's great, Al. I think big families are beautiful and amazing. I just don't know why, I'm just saying, I don't know why I don't have those same feelings, but I think that that's wonderful. My sister's got multiple kids. She has 3. My brother and his wife are trying. One of my best friends had a baby on Thanksgiving Day this year. The neighbors downstairs have a baby that I'm always playing with. I love children. I just knew I wasn't meant to be a mother as an adult at this point. But I think it's so cool. We got about 10 minutes left. I mean, for no reason, I could call it here. I gotta find out what happened to that missing marker. My girlfriend would mess with me by like pocketing it just to see how long it takes me to realize it's gone. But that's why she's my bestie. I've actually missed her. She's been gone for a month and she just got back for a few days. She's gone again today. She'll be back again this weekend. Oh, Al, that's what my mom's family was before she took off. But like my grandmother and I know, I think she is messing with me. But like my grandmother and that side of my family were Mexican Catholic, I guess, if you want to say it that way. That's the side of the family that all has the same middle name, and I think that's so cool. Oh, that's what I want to see. What page do we have left? I messed up a page because I forgot to put a sheet down. I'm so sad. So there's like, you can't see it from here, but it's supposed to be a white page, and there's like seepage from this page under here because I didn't realize. And I have done that before and just colored over it for the sake of coloring, but now that I have other books, I'd rather color a picture that could look nice. Let's see. Here's one page, and that's not done. Two pages. Yeah, I think big families are awesome. Especially families that are close. 3 pages. Oh, okay. All right, so I have 3 pages left. We have, looks like a little Grim Reaper riding a unicorn. And we have a ghost looking at his laptop. That one I know I'm gonna do a shadow effect. That's gonna be really cool. And then we have a witch looking like she's doing a recipe book. So those are the 3 that we have left. Like I said, I don't think that I am going to be on Wednesday. Actually, I know I'm not going to be on Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday I'm shooting, so I definitely won't be on then. I don't know that I'll be on tomorrow, maybe. But I will definitely be on later in the week this week, if not. Yeah, I've got a lot of step siblings, a whole bunch, and ex-step because of the multiple marriages. But anyway, thanks again, guys. It was oh hey Juice. I'm getting ready to leave. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I know it was a pretty quiet one this morning. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm gonna try and figure out the split screen effect, and that might be pretty cool. So fingers crossed I can do that hopefully soon. So enjoy your afternoon, your day, whatever it brings you. I will see you guys really soon, okay? Bye.